mainstream media has sold us out to the Chinese. It's now the mission of citizen investigative journalists like myself to expose the truth. People are now waking up to see the pantomime. The sleeping giant of the masses have been disturbed. Our great citizens are finally seeing the sober truth that you have been sold a horrible dream that has real world consequences. God led you here. Let's level up together. This is Real Talk for real people. Welcome to the Real Talk session with Theodore Smiles. Let's begin. All right. It's your man Theodore Smiles, and we have some serious subjects to go over. Let's start with the news. But first, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank my subscribers for tuning back in. As you can see, the look of this show is different. Well, more different than all the rest. Let's start with the news, shall we? The first thing that we're going to discuss today in the news is the fact that the Democrats are pushing for a second presidential impeachment with our glorious President Donald Trump. Now, first of all, this is ridiculous. You Democrats on Capitol Hill, are ridiculous. Y'all impeached a man over a fake Russia hoax. Took the country through turmoil for years. Spent millions of dollars. For what? What did you accomplish? Nothing. Now, you try to use the media as a tool to smear the man even further. Your whole goal is to install a fake program of memories and emotions into the people. But I know what's going on. And that second impeachment, that has never happened in history, ever before. First of all, you guys got to understand, an impeachment is a rare event. It's only happened a few times in our American history. Now, Donald Trump, one of the greatest presidents we've ever had, because he actually cared about the people. He actually tried to go out and save all types of children under the guise of night, under the cloak of night, using great military minds and soldiers and marshals. I had a video about saving children, and big tech took it down. Okay? This big tech here, they took it down. The station you watching now, I had almost 900 views, and they took it down, saying that I was cyberbullying. All right? They trying to censor us, and it's not a game. So, when I was doing my research on the Constitution, they specified that the president can only be impeached when he is in office. Their whole game plan is to go after President Donald Trump with this false, just as fake as some Gucci shoes that you done bought for $3. This whole situation is extremely fake and false. But they're going to go after it with this smear campaign. The wrap-up smear, as Nancy Pelosi called it. You know, it's a video out there floating around where Nancy Pelosi talk about the wrap-up smear, where they smear you, then, you know, you go out and then you publish it on like Twitter or something, and then the media picks it up, and then you can say, oh, okay, the media is talking about it, and then the smear just wraps up, and it brings you all back to just believe in whatever the media has told you. You got to understand, the media, they brainwashing y'all. You understand? They brainwashing y'all. But let me digress. I get back to the impeachment. As you can see, we are unscripted here. So, we're just going to wing it. But now, what I was saying about the impeachment, according to them, they're saying if they impeach him, then he won't be able to go back into office. They're afraid of the power that the man still retained. But the thing is that in the Constitution, from what I was reading, it basically says that the person have to have committed a crime, which we know Donald Trump did not commit a crime, because if you review the speech that he said, what he actually said was, you guys go, I know you guys are basically, I'm going to paraphrase, you guys go down to the Capitol and you guys walk peacefully to the Capitol and patriotically, is essentially what he said. Okay. Now, in that situation there, you ain't telling nobody to incite no riot. And another thing, by the time he finished that speech, they were already breaking into the Capitol building. Now, how in the world are you going to walk 45 minutes down the street to the Capitol building? As soon as you say the speech is the president, then they breaking into the Capitol building. Now, first of all, that whole situation was planned. And another thing, those people who broke in the Capitol building, to my understanding, yeah, it was some real Trump supporters who went in there. They laid on in there after the doors and everything got broken. But the main people that went in there were Antifa, dressed up as Trump supporters. A lot of those, it's going to come out where a lot of those Antifa people had their hats turned backwards. And that's how they was distinguishing each other between the real Trump supporters and the Antifa. But anyways, to digress again, if you try to remove a president who is now a private citizen, Donald Trump is no longer the president of the failed, bankrupt United States of America Corporation. He's no longer the CEO or president of that failed corporation. Donald Trump is now the head of the U.S. military. Due to the Insurrection Act, he basically gave up his reins, as you know. He basically gave up the reins to the military so that they can go and invest time and wrap up all of this corruption. If y'all go back and look at the Biden video, the inauguration video, them people were scared. They thought that they were about to get wrapped up on January 20th, and they were looking around. Them people looked like they was in a funeral. They were like, oh man, I don't know, is they finna come get me right now? I really don't know. But if they do impeach Donald Trump, which the first impeachment didn't work, but if they do, and then that's the thing, like I said, let me get back. The Constitution says that you have to be a sitting president. Okay, first of all, you have to be a sitting president to be impeached. And you had to commit a crime. He is not a sitting president at this time. So how you going to impeach the man? Now they try to say, well, we can retroactive it. Well, if you're going to retroactive it, you can keep on retroactive it for other stuff. Anyways, this whole impeachment thing, they just worried about his power. I mean, seriously, they just worried about his power altogether. Now, let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about Texas. Texas is already writing up different articles. They're already seriously considering seceding from the union. Texas citizens vote 1359 to succeed. No, HB 1359. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, Texas is considering succeeding. They have put forth a motion called HB 1359. And I mean, Texas, man, they really got, like, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's like the third largest economy in the world. Texas has an economy larger than a lot of countries, if I'm not mistaken. So, man, we don't want Texas to succeed from the rest of the country, because then the rest of the country is going to be hurting, because we need Texas. That's where all the cattle is. It's a lot of great things that's coming out of Texas. And one thing about it, I mean, if that's the case, I'm not too far from Texas. So if they pull away, I'm sure they're going to be behind Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to be behind them. And yeah, I might have to move to Texas because I know I darn sure ain't going to be living in one of these Democratic rat holes. That's for sure. Now, Another thing that I saw that was hilarious to me was Joe Biden had a motorcade, and when he was driving down the street in the motorcade, the National Guard turned their back on that joker. Now on this part right here, I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and like and smash that like button and pretend that it's Joe Biden's face for real. Boom, boom, boom. Boop, boop. I want you to abuse the like button like it's Joe Biden's face. Alright guys. Now, so Joe Biden said that we was going to go into a dark winter. Alright. And, well, you know, it is kind of a dark winter when you think about all the stuff that's going on and all the stupid stuff that he's done caused. I mean, there's so many people right now losing their job, you know, with the stroke of a pen. That damn fool Biden done made people lose thousands, maybe possibly millions of jobs or millions of financial events that could have transpired from that Keystone XL pipeline. I saw a video today that was quite disturbing, and it was of a brother, you know, had just got a new car, and he had just got him a mortgage, and he just couldn't understand why his job got taken away. He was like, man, you know, we all suffering out here. We all took so long to get a job, man, and then finally when we do get a job, a good paying job where we can get a mortgage, we can get a car, we can try to build our life again, here come Biden with the swipe of a pen, just shutting all that down. And the man got so emotional. He was a strong man, a strong black man. He snatched off his hard hat, and you can see the tears come down his face, and he said, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. It don't make no damn sense. And he voted for Biden. People are regretting that choice. People are realizing that they have been sold a bill of goods that was poisonous from the beginning. It's a damn shame. So, Joe Biden says that we were heading towards a dark winter. Well, let's talk about some of the things that Joe Biden has done since he's been in office. What it's really been looking like. Well, from my research here, there has been a freeze on insulin prices going down. The prices of insulin essentially is going to go up, or they have already gone up. A lot of people have already seen the insulin prices go up. Okay, gas prices is starting to go up. I went to the gas station today. It was already like 25 cents more than usual. Okay, so not only is this Joker Loca getting rid of jobs like the Keystone pipeline, getting rid of tens of thousands of jobs. I mean, look. Sending military back over to the Middle East, okay? Since Joe Biden been in office, we done had the highest COVID-19 numbers ever, okay? Energy prices like your gasoline, your heat, your all of that type of stuff, man. Your natural gas, all of that is going up higher, and it will continue to go higher. Also, there has been thousands of union jobs killed. People have been falling for emotional pandering from the Democrats for too long, man. Okay? Martin Luther King was a Republican. Black people used to be Republicans. Okay? Back in the 1920s, 30s, there was a two-family household commonly in the black community. Okay? Nowadays, who's the father? The state. For a lot of African American children, a lot of urban children, Hispanic children, white people too, that's in poor areas. But who's the state? The state is the daddy now. The state is the husband now. We got Biden trying to let all these people in under the banner of some type of being what can I, how do they want to put it, like we trying to be virtue signaling to the world, or we just trying to be the good guys and just try to save everybody. No, we can't do that, Biden. You can't let all them unvetted people in here during a pandemic, fool, and you cutting out jobs, okay? You cutting out jobs and you telling everybody that Trump was the bad guy, and you've been telling Black Lives Matter that you're going to do this for them and do that for them as soon as you get in office. They can't even get a phone call. Okay? This world is real, man. This fool Biden, this mask wearing freak, he done caused some real dire consequences, and he just got in office. Now, another thing, I noticed that Joe Robinette Biden, yeah, the boy middle name is Robinette, he been plagiarizing for the last 33 years. You can obviously see how much plagiarizing he been doing if you watch my video, Joe Booger Biden's plagiarisms and bloopers. The man been lying and plagiarizing to y'all for 40 years, man. And the media covered up all his lies. They complicit with all of this, man, because they done already sold us out to China a long time ago, okay? People gonna have to get politically active, all right? Ain't no more sitting by the sidelines no more, okay? You're gonna have to get up, make a stand, figure out what's going on, stop listening to the media because they ain't telling you the truth. They don't want you to know the truth. They'll never feel like you ready for the truth. You know what I'm saying? You can't handle the truth, let the media tell it, but I'm going to tell you something. They don't even care about no truth. All they care about is lying in their pockets, man. That's all they care about, man. Now, another thing in the news that I noticed, it's been a mass exodus from California. Now, California is a beautiful state. I talk to people from California in my job, and I realized, talking to people on the ground, that they is not happy with what's going on out there. Now, typically, California have been voting Democrat. Now, let's get back to the migrants. You letting all them people in under this so-called banner of nationalism, or whatever they want to call it, man. Whatever you call bringing them people in, you know, amnesty. That's the word I was looking for, amnesty. Okay, well, first of all you doing is making future Democrats. Let's just keep it real. If the Republicans was bringing all them folks in from all these other countries and unvetted and all that stuff, and these people were becoming Republicans, and they weren't becoming Democrats, I guarantee you the Democrats would build a wall bigger than Trump's. Okay? Because that's what it's all about, man. You bringing all them old people in for amnesty. No, what you're doing is you creating a new and thicker base for your Democratic BS. Okay? And then you can just stay in power. The more you get, the larger your voter base is, the more you gonna consolidate your power. It's just that simple, man. And so then you got this old crazy governor in California, you know, basically creating the Republic of California into like a socialist state, and then you want to tax the billionaires to the point where they moving out of the state. Listen, man, this is how it go. Billionaires need workers to keep their companies churning. But guess what, workers? We need the billionaires to stay their butt in the doggone state and continue to grow and expand, okay? You can't listen to AOC and say, oh, we don't need the billionaires, okay? No. We do need the billionaires, and the billionaires need us too, okay? We got to have somebody as a staple that can bring everything else together, because it's not, everybody ain't meant to run a CEO of corporation. You know, hey, everybody ain't meant to be, or don't even want their responsibility. Not everybody want their responsibility. But anyways, man, California, y'all got to get y'all stuff together. Y'all need to stand up and get more politically active and get that dude, man, up out the office, okay? That governor need to go, because he deep state all the way. If y'all ain't figured that out yet, man, y'all must be not paying no attention, man. Y'all gonna have to pay attention. Now, Biden, this dude here, mental state, okay, is way off. way off. Okay, now it been leaked that he can't really keep a couple of sentences together. I mean, every time you see him on TV, the man is on the teleprompter. Okay, so obviously he ain't saying nothing. He don't know what to say. When I was looking at those so-called executive orders that he wrote, now the only, and I was, they don't even look like they actually got nothing on the actual paper. Like you can actually see words on the paper right here. You can actually see words on the paper that I wrote. I wrote stuff. You can see words. You couldn't see no words on his papers. Simple as just that. It just looked like blank papers to me. And I zoomed in on it and everything. Now, one or two of those, and remember how Trump used to hold up his executive orders? He'll sign them, Johnson, he'll be like, yeah, you see that? That's an executive order, baby. It's real deal. What Biden do? He signed that little junk. He was like, where am I supposed to put this at? Okay, let's close that down. Let's get another one, sign it and close it down. The man come in office and signed 19 different executive orders, I think, in the first day. What did he say about Trump? Trump signed one executive order his first day. One. What did he say about Trump? Oh, he's trying to be a dictator and rule the United States through executive orders. As soon as he get in office, he do 19 executive orders. Trump do one. These people are projecting on Trump and the Republican Party, or anybody that's a patriot. And me personally, I can't wait to see. Hopefully, Donald Trump been talking about maybe create a Patriot Party, a third party, guys. Not a Republican, not a Democrat, a Patriot Party. And their logo is a lion. Man, it looks cool. You ain't gonna even lie. If that's the case, I'm a patriot. I'm a part of the Patriot Party, if that's the case. Because what's going to actually happen is that it's going to be a lot of independents, and they going to realize that the Democratic Party is just to sell you out. Simple and plain. They're there to enslave you, mentally run you down, emotionally pander to you, keep you broke, keep you in if you black, you got to stay in a victim mentality. If you white, you got to stay in a guilt-minded mentality. Because look, if they ain't got racism, if they can't make you feel guilty as a white person for stuff you ain't never did, you don't even have that mindset to put people in slaves. But they want you to think that your white privilege or whatever, white privilege now, is going to, make you feel some type of way about yourself. And then if you're a black person and you feel like, man, you like Donald Trump, what you like Donald Trump for, and you don't choose to want to be a victim, okay, then you must be your Uncle Tom or something. Like, what? Why I got to be an Uncle Tom? Because I don't feel like I'm a victim. I don't feel like I experience any racism. Why is it that every time I see a Chinese person, a white person, an Indian person, or Arab person, they treat me with respect and dignity, and I treat them the same way. We have good conversations. I don't see racism. Now, it might be a couple of fools in the backwoods somewhere who ain't got but two brain cells to rub together anyway. Who cares what they like or don't like? They probably don't even like trees. They fools. Nobody care about that. Anyways, let's keep it moving. Now, another thing that I wanted to bring to y'all attention is that, man, I feel like Nancy Pelosi been doing some inside trading. All right. Now, Biden said that he's finna come out and make all the federal vehicles gas-free vehicles. Okay. This man is such a fool, man, such a puppet. I guess he's gonna go buy a bunch of Tesla vehicles. Okay, turn all the federal cars into electric cars. Now, right before he releases this information, a few days before he released this information, Nancy Pelosi and her husband go buy 1 million shares in Tesla. 1 million shares. Somewhere between 500,000 and 1 million shares in Tesla. Okay. Now, if that ain't inside trading, I don't know what is, man. These folks on Capitol Hill, they giving us $600, sending the money we work for overseas, and then they do all types of crazy stuff to do this inside trading, and then treat us like we just some stupid people because we want to get on the stock market and make some money. Now, Robinhood want to block people. Now, I know everybody done heard about the whole GameStop thing. Everybody done heard about that. That's why I ain't even make no story about it, because I feel like it's been overdone. But I'm gonna say this much: that dude, man, who owned Robinhood, VLAD, whatever, it's VLAD Tennis, I think that's his name, VLAD, VLAD. Last name is Tenles or some shit like that. Excuse my law. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to cuss, y'all. Excuse me. But yeah, man, that's messed up, man. The CEO of Robinhood gonna stop them people from trading just because the little guy done figured out a way to get some money out of the Wall Street. Oh, no. We gonna have to shut that down, man. You can't be shutting down no public square like that or trading, man, with securities, man. Those are securities, man. What's wrong with you, Vlad? What's wrong with you, man? Also in the news, it appears that ISIS has appeared again. Yeah, ISIS, right. The tool of the Democratic Party when Obama was in office. Now, I used to like Obama. Don't get me wrong. I was happy to see the first black president. But I wasn't happy to know that when he came in office, we was $1 trillion in debt. And when he left office, we were $19 trillion in debt. Now, I don't care if you're white, black, or sandpaper. If I give you my business, and I say, hey, man, run this business for me. You know, we're a little bit in debt. We're $1 trillion in debt. But let's just say normal numbers that people can deal with. We're $100,000 in debt. Okay? Now, I leave, come back. You know, hey, how you doing with the business? Oh, you know, we now 19 times more in debt than when I left you with the business, or when you left me with the business. Okay, in that case, you are horrible, horrible president. Simply that. Now, moving on. So much in the news. Let's see here. And I really appreciate y'all tuning in, man. And coming on back. As you can see, I'm doing the show a little bit different here. Let's see here. We talked about that. Oh yeah. Now, a federal judge blocks Joe Biden's migration memorandum. You see, Texas had filed a lawsuit against Joe Biden's BS at the border, because basically they said that Texas suffers more than other states when the federal government chooses to not follow their, immigration policy. Okay, so I just thought that was really, really interesting, and so that's what's up, man. But now there's another thing that I want to tell y'all about, man. And this is serious. These folk talking about, man, maybe creating a fake alien invasion. So y'all don't get fooled, man. They got a thing called Project Bluebeam. All right, Project Bluebeam is space satellites. Okay, and with these satellites in space, they can actually create images in the air. Okay, and with these images here, they can create all types of stuff in the sky. If y'all get a chance, look that up. Project Bluebeam. All right, look that up, because let me go back to this alien thing again. I like that image. But yeah, man, like I said, y'all can't believe everything that you see, and you definitely should not be believing much of anything that you hear. You know, it's an old saying: believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. All right. Once again, this is your man Theodore Smiles, and as you can see, we just wanted to bring some things out in the news. This is the first show like this one. I plan on making many more. Hope you guys like it. Hope you guys subscribe. Please share the video with your friends and family, because I cannot build the empire that I plan to build, so that I can reach back and help humanity, help people like yourself, with my abilities. So I want to thank you for tuning in and staying with me this long. And once again, this is Theodore Miles from Real Talk Session, and I'm signing out. And I want to salute you guys for coming on back. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you later, baby. Enjoy the music. Yeah, man. Another Real Talk Session. And we out. I love y'all, man. Don't forget that, baby. One love.